597 here with the game and my Udaloi. I believe this is my third or fourth game after getting the ship. Now, what I like to do with this is the same thing that I did with my Tashkent. I like to go in and support the other DDs who have the better concealment, but might not necessarily have the better guns. Or if I am with a USDD, help him kill who's ever going to be shooting him. So I'm making my way to the B cap, figuring at least one or two of the enemy destroyers are going to show up there, and it's the faster you can get rid of the DDs, the better. Now in this replay, I really don't do anything spectacular. All I do is just do my job. And what I consider a DD's job or role for domination is to cap, protect the caps, and hunt other DDs or keep enemy DDs from capping any of the bases that we have. I'm not a very big fan of going and chasing battleships or going and chasing down CVs. I just like to stick by the caps and do what I can to support the caps. Now, as we see, our first victim will be the Mahan here, and he's using a speed boost, and I still have a little bit difficulty shooting ships that are coming at me, but I get some hits in. You know, some damage is better than no damage. Drop my torps just in case he decides to round a corner, and I take damage from the enemy Tashkent that is on the opposite cap from us. Now, the Mahan here is going to use his smoke, stay behind the island, and instead of following the Fletcher, I decided to turn around and come back and try to corner this guy. Instead of putting both of us in one area, this guy's got nowhere to go if he wants to advance. He gets out of his smoke a little bit, he stops, he's reversing. Now, if you notice, I also didn't repair, because I do have Last Stand, and I believe it is a must-have for all DDs of any nation. Now, I know the US DD's strong suit is their rate of fire, so I'm trying to get distance between me and him to where I can use my advantage of my long-range shooting. Now, I do believe we lost the Fletcher that came with me in there, but I don't exactly want to give them B without trying to contest it, and I know I can take the Mahan very easily, so I'm going to go back in, try to find him, and re-engage him. Now, with all these smoke clouds out, you never know where the torps, if there's another DD or anything, so trying to play a little bit cautiously, but a little aggressive too, so I can get this guy. He comes out of the smoke, he's coming at me. He's not shooting, which means he's probably going to want to be dropping his torps. Any DD, or any US DD that's not shooting, you have to assume they're dropping their torps just because they shoot so fast. Get the kill on him, and I take hits from, I believe, the two cruisers. See another DD, and that's who I'm going after. Now, like I said, I believe that you should get caps and kill the DDs. If you are another DD, even a Japanese DD, at least spot them for the cruisers and for everyone else to shoot at them, and get damage done to them, and shoot when you can. Now, at this point, I didn't notice that the Mahan had dropped his torps, and I was clearly not going to take torps from the trash can here, And I just get extremely lucky and miss all the torps that the Mahan had dropped. I was just extremely lucky there. Now I don't have a clear shot on that DD there, so I'm not going to take it. The other thing I like to do in my DDs is try to give battleships that are taking concentrated fire smoke. But I'm not going to drop my smoke if the guy's just going to drive out of it right away and just keep taking damage. It's just a complete waste of the smoke and use. And this guy shows no signs of slowing down. He looks like he's trying to turn the burn. Let's start firing on the Tashkent again. And what I do if I'm doing long range and my shots are hitting behind is I like to just zoom out one little tick just so I can see my shots a little bit better. It's a little trick I learned from playing in the Atlanta. Fortunately, that DD dies, and I noticed that we're losing, not horrifically, but, you know, if we don't start getting these caps, we're going to really be behind. So I'm going to go for C here and do what I can to harass this battleship. Now, one of the other little tricks I like to do with these is set the battleships on fire. Even if they're showing me a full broadside, just fire HE at them, get them on fire, get the damage control party used, reset them on fire, and then switch to AP, and with the fire damage and the AP damage, just watch their health mount. Now, I noticed that somebody had spotted this Garo, and now he's my new primary target. Even though the battleship was clearly taken out by somebody else, I didn't care if he was still alive. My number one goal is to kill this DD. He's more of a threat to me than the battleships or even the cruisers. He pops his smoke. Not sure where he's at. But what I'm going to do is try to cap C, and while capping C, I'm going to at least head in the direction that he's at, trying to close the distance, hoping he's going to stay in the smoke, so when I get close enough to actually detect him, we will both be detected at the same time, giving neither one of us a clear advantage on who was spotted first. Fortunately, he drives out. He does spot me first, but he's got two fires burning, and, well, he's just going to die. It's just a matter of the fires or shells. Get the final shots in, and the Kagero is dead, and I'm assuming this guy dropped torps, so I turn a little bit just to avoid him. We kept seeing the process. These torps aren't going to hit me. Those are bolted salvos, so I know I'm safe to turn. Now comes the extremely exciting part, which is why everybody comes to watch our videos of us driving in straight lines with absolutely nothing to do and just talk about anything. You can see I've already done 24,000 damage, got 2 ship kills, bunch of fires. Now, the enemy Udaloi is obviously out of range, but he will be my primary target if he is still spotted by the time I get there, and considering he's a Russian DD, he will. I just take a pop shot, hoping that, you know, you never know, I could get lucky and hit this guy, but these things are just going to horrifically miss. Now I see that he's turning in, I get a better view of what he's trying to do, and I'm just going to start pumping round after round at this guy. You know, he's actively trying to avoid him because he's got another DD he's dealing with, so pretty much Still's landing is going to be a mistake on his part more than my aiming or any of that. Behind an island, he comes out. I see he's used his speed boost, so now I'm aiming drastically in front when lag hits, the curse of me. Luckily, get hits on him. See the enemy cruiser, and he's the only one I can shoot at, so I'm going to put rounds into him, get him on fire, take some hits, and then I notice an enemy Atlanta popped up, and I pop my smoke because I don't want anything to do with that Atlanta. He's nothing more than a really big DD designated as a cruiser, and I want him dead as fast as possible. Sticking with the HE just to try to knock out guns, torp tubes, trying to do as much module damage as I can along with trying to just at least burn him. Notice he was on fire, switched my target back to the Udaloi because I knew the Atlanta was going to die. Multiple people shooting him. Just a question of who was going to get it. Udaloi, he's on fire. He's dead. Fire wasn't going to burn him. See the Iowa, he's going to now try to contest B and use my torps to see what he's doing. The Iowa not shooting at me, ignoring me. Obviously those were torps from, I want to say the Udaloi, but it could have been from the cruisers that were over here who had died. Now, here, I do have the advantage of hopefully smoke covering up these torps coming, but what I really wanted to use these for was if he did keep on driving straight, he was going to drive right into them. But I had noticed that they were going to hit the sinking ship anyways, but what I really wanted to use them for was to turn this guy away to get him off cap so we could keep this cap and keep the points for him. Set him on fire. Obviously, he's not at an angle to switch stage AP into any AP damage. Somebody gets a nice hit in, and I just managed to get the final couple thousand damage to him due to fire and shells hitting him. Can't really see what the Suzuma's doing, but I'm gonna just take some shots anyways. You never know. They could hit him and possibly cause a fire. Now I'm driving my way to the last cap that we need to get, and I'm just gonna keep pumping rounds into this Azuma. Now I'm gonna try to stack as many fires on him as possible before I switch to AP. Get one fire going, trying to get a second one to see if his damage control, get his damage control party out. 2 fires.
Engine boost deactivated.
He doesn't put it out. Switch to AP, and now I'm going to try to do AP damage. And I notice I'm really not getting the AP damage that I'd like. Just having a little bit hard time hitting that superstructure. So I'm going to switch back to HE here and just keep pumping them with HE and the constant damage. Now, if you notice, for this entire game, I have done all my fighting and everything at a cap, by a cap, or near the cap. Not going to try to chase down the Azuma. He's as good as dead anyway. There's one battleship left. Could chase him down and kill him. We have a clear points lead. There's no hopes for this guy winning, but my job is to cap, and I'm going to deny the enemy all the points that I possibly can, because for whatever reason, say the absolute worst thing happens and everybody on my team disconnects and this guy just starts pummeling everybody and caps, and then we lose. Highly unlikely, but you never know. I ain't taking a chance. Gonna deny the enemy as many points as I can. Don't even know why I shot there. It was just stupid. No chance for them ever to get over the island. Now that we have all the caps, going to rush this guy, harass him, try to burn him. Highly unlikely that I will kill him before time runs out, because we are just now getting so many points that it's really going to be a battleship to get him. And As you can see here, I didn't get any medals. Did 79,000 damage. 4 ships sank. 2 base caps. Base experience of 2,800. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit that like or subscribe button and comment if you have any questions. Thank you and have a good day.